have to block it out. My voice has grown so somber. These words don't seem like mine, but the iron won't subside. No matter what I try.
I don't think it can take a hit. I should be able to use it to glide.
Aloy. We're still trying to sort out this mess. Seems like the Nach have a civil war in their hands.
That sounds about right. The marshals weren't expecting Regala to attack.
And the entire Karja delegation was slain. Nozar, Voidis, Peshav. A massacre. What will you do now?
I have to head west. Hopefully this rite of passage is still good. For what I'm after, I'll cross all of Tanakh territory if I have to.
Then you have a long road ahead of you. This is only the threshold of the Forbidden West. The Tanakh's true domain lies over the mountains that border Plainsong, home of the Utaru tribe.
This isn't Tanakh territory?
All that out there? That's no man's land. It was supposed to be neutral ground, though obviously this Regala ignored that. Her rebels approached from the north. With all those machines they were riding, they must have made camp up that way.
The rebels were riding bristlebacks. And there were bristlebacks in the Daunt.
Are you saying the rebels let them into the Daunt? How would that even be possible?
I don't know. But it's worth looking into.
While you're at it, there were a number of Karja and Oseram who went out there before the gates were shut for the embassy. Maybe you could check in on them. See if they're all right.
I can keep an eye out. Is there a tall neck somewhere nearby?
A tall neck? There's that one, over there, near the Utaru border. But why?
It's hard to explain. It'll help me get the lay of the land.
If you say so. Is there anything else I can tell you before you go?
Okay,
You said the Tanakh's lands are far to the west. What can I expect to find between here and there?
Well, as I mentioned, you've got a stretch of wilderness known as No Man's Land, and then new Utaru farmlands. Past that are the Tanakh. Their territory is split into 3 clans: Desert, Lowland, and Sky.
Right. I saw their banners at the embassy.
The Desert clan is closest. Ooh, vicious lot. Where everyone else sees an inhospitable wasteland, they see a challenge to dominate. Somewhere beyond the desert is the tribe's capital and the territories of the other 2 clans.
You don't sound certain.
I've only heard the stories. During the Red Raids, the Karja army tried to push into Tanakh territory, but the United Clans rose up against them, forced them all the way back to the Daunt.
So no one except the Tanakh really know what's beyond the desert.
Maybe the scholars do, back in Meridian. All those scrolls have to be filled with something, right?
You mentioned the Utaru tribe. Their lands are between here and the Tanakh further west?
That's right. Plainsong is their home. They're a peaceful bunch, at least compared to the Tanakh. More taken to farming than fighting.
It's hard to imagine a bunch of farmers surviving in the Forbidden West.
Make no mistake, they have a fierceness all their own. When the Karja were pushed back during the Red Raids, their warriors chased ours through the burning fields of Plainsong. The Sun King has made several overtures of peace to them as well, but so far, they've declined.
If they're so peaceful, why decline?
Don't know. I heard they have their own troubles to deal with. Something about a food shortage. You'd think that'd make them open to trade, but no. They just want to be left alone.
This area is no man's land.
That it is. The Tanakh used to attack anyone past Barren Light
Oh
on
Gott, sehr
sight,
viel Exposure
but after
gerade.
Avad overthrew the Mad Sun King, he reached out to the other tribes to offer reconciliation. The Tanakh agreed to a neutral border zone as part of the peace talks. Karja and Oseram have been striking out into the area ever since.
But now, it seems like Regala and her rebel army have moved in.
Well, I'd never call no man's land safe, even in the best of times. The ancient ruins of the Southwest are a testament to that. Remnants of some forgotten war.
You said there were others who went out when the gates were open before. Like who?
Well, in addition to the salvagers that just went through, there were a couple of other parties of Oseram delvers. Even saw 2 Karja scholars trekking southwest with an Oseram crew. Not sure if they're exceptionally brave or just foolhardy.
Fashav called Regala a rival. Someone that Tanakh chief should have killed.
Yeah, I reckon he should have. She's obviously a huge threat. Her attack was coordinated and precise. Until you got in her way, that is.
They knew the lay of the land. And they knew Fashav was going to be handed over at the embassy. If the Tanakh weren't expecting her, she must have spent months gathering an army in secret.
They had to have made camp nearby. Somewhere they could lie low until the perfect moment to strike.
About Fashav.
The man was taken captive by the Tanakh. Survived for years out in the west, only to die just short of the Sundom. It's a cruel end for a good soldier.
There was more he wanted to do. He spoke of advocating for lasting peace between the Karja and Tanakh.
Too late for that now.
Ew.
What will happen to him?
His body will be carried back to Meridian. As a cousin of the Sun King, he will be accorded official rights and buried with honor. No soldier could ask for more.
It's too bad about Nazar and Wadis.
At least Nozar went down fighting. As for the Sun Priest, well, no one deserves to go out that way. I'll make sure they're given proper funeral rites. It's the least I can do.
Do you think the Karja will take action against Regala? Seems like you'd have common ground with the Tanakh.
An expedition of the Karja army into the west could be taken at the start of another invasion. Sun King Avad won't risk it. That said,
Jo.
we can't allow ourselves to be caught unaware by an attack like that again.
Dann gehe ich mal.
I need to be on my way.
Then I wish you luck. The gates will always be open to you should you wish to return. And don't worry about your friends. We'll get them patched up.
I appreciate it.
Sun watch over you, Aloy. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Diese weißen Handschuhe.
I'll stash this away for later.
Dum, dum, dum. Der Schildflügel ist ein auf Energie basierender Gleiter, der aus Maschinentechnologie umfunktioniert wurde. Halte in der Luft nur gedrückt, um einzusetzen und zu gleiten. Tippe, um nicht mehr zu gleiten. Ich habe Gesichtsgemalung freigeschaltet.
So, this is the Forbidden West.
Ja, noch nicht
A whole
ganz.
new frontier to explore. The coordinates from the spire should lead to silence in Hades. And just maybe, a backup of Gaia. It won't be easy out there. The blight, the storms, Regala's machine riders. But I'll have to push through it all. Find a way to fix the world. Like Elizabeth would.
Nehme ich da gerade Fleisch von denen mit?
The woman who led the ambush Regala had a lot of machines under her command. There's only one other person who has that kind of knowledge. Silence. What's his angle? Why help to knock the rebels?
Weil er ein Arschloch ist. Oh Gott. Es gibt so viele Vorratslager.
Good spot to test the shield wing. Why climb down when I can glide?
Au. Zu dumm.
Landing.
Schlecht.
It worked.
Krieg ich ihn hin?
Wow, okay. Guess I can leap off just about any cliff now.
Dass ich dann gedrückt halten muss, ist ein bisschen scheiße. Kann ich hier bitte hoch?
That's taking over.
Okay, hier bin ich. Da ist eine neue Quest, da ist was Unbekanntes. Moment. So, ich gehe mal dahin. Oh, das Gewitter ist aber laut.
What's going on at that camp?
Roof, come on. You know me. Have I ever given you anything less than...
Ach,
If
der
it
wieder.
isn't the savior of Meridian and of my very own operation. Laren, say hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
You know, if it weren't for this one, I probably wouldn't be standing here right now. I was at Barren Light when the Nach attacked. Nasty business. But every codger in Oseram is thankful you drove him off.
So what are you doing out here?
Well, to hammer it plain, there's treasure in the West. Unclaimed scrap and ancient metal. And I've got a sturdy band of salvagers that's ready to take advantage. We'll buy any scrap you got. And if you're looking for machine parts, we've got the best in the West, guaranteed. And soon we'll be trading in more than just that. For too long, the West has been, well, forbidden. Dangerous. But what if I told you we could make an armor so tough, so infallible, that you'd never have to worry about survival out here again?
Das hört sich so gut,
I'd
um
be
wahr zu sein.
curious to take a look at it.
Of course you would. And that's why I've asked my most talented salvagers to find what they need to make that armor. Each of them will present their work to me. The best protection will go on sale to hunters, just like you.
Lucky me.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some business to attend to back in Chainscrape. Laren can take care of you while I'm gone. Can't wait to see what you come up with, my boy.
Leave it to me. It'll blow all the others out of the forge.
You have got to help me.
What are you
Süß.
talking about?
The armor. I made a dozen versions of it. But none of them were good enough. And there are other crews further west. If they make better armor than mine, I can kiss that keg full of shards goodbye.
So you get a prize if Karif picks your armor?
A big one. And I finally have the perfect design. I just need the right parts, and fast. So maybe you'd be willing to pick up a contract and get them for me?
What would I be looking for?
Shell walker containers. Their plating's made to withstand a lot of damage. It'll make the perfect armor. I know it.
I think I can handle that.
Ah, thank the forge. All right. We scouted out a herd near here. Here's the contract. It'll tell you everything you need to know. You take the machines down. My people will pick up the containers.
I'll give this a closer look later. Thanks.
I'm counting on you, Aloy.
Okay.
We make this armor work. I know I can.
Okay. Okay. Ich habe hier mehrere Sachen zu tun. Ich will, glaube ich, da mal hin. Wests. Gut.
I might want to read that contract before going on the hunt.
Ja, aber ich gehe ja gar nicht jetzt zu den Jagen. Was ist das?
Take this to a diary.
Also heute ist wieder sehr auf die Lalülala unterwegs.
Post. With pens. That might be where Regal is keeping her machines. I need to find a way to get in there. I could scan the area to see what I'm up against. And tag any rebels or machines in my focus to keep track of them. That tree. It looks ready to fall. One push, and I can make a bridge.
Better check it out.
Steady, boy, steady. Okay, I'm in.
Alarm! Alarm!
Clear out this place before I can look around.
Engage that target!
There, let the acid do its job.
Das war echt schlecht von mir. Au.
With me! I've got her! Over there!
Au.
Bring the commander her head!
You got my back, right?
I want her found!
I'm with you.
They're still suspicious.
We're running out of places to hide.
You ready?
I've got you now.
A lot of pens, not that many machines. Where'd they all go? Better check in that cave. I'll keep some extra on hand.
Ich hab echt vergessen, dass du noch da bist. Also ich habe gar nicht, wusste nicht, dass du da bist, sagen wir es so. So, warte hier, ich muss in die Höhle.
The drawbridge. Might be my way across.
Aber wie funktionieren die? Also,
That's one half of the bridge. But how to drop the other side? Scanning the bridge with my focus might show me something. Looks like there are a couple of weak points for the ropes attached to the bridge.
hä? Hoppala.
There. Bridge is down.
Okay.
That bristleback. It looks like it fell into a tunnel. So the rebels were keeping bristlebacks here. The machines fell into the tunnel, which must have collapsed as they ran further in. What if Ulvin's explosives created the sinkhole? I should head back to Chainscrape to let Javad know.
Ah, okay. Ah, Inventar. Outfits. Also ich muss in eine Werkbank. Okay, gut. Sollten wir hinkriegen. Auch wenn ich nicht weiß, wie ich mit dem Ding hier weiterkomme. Vielleicht laufe ich auch einfach nur selbst den Weg mal. Und pfeift ihn dann wieder zu mir, weil magisch bist du ja eh bei mir erschienen.
You get a strong color on this.
Ich laufe einfach jetzt mal zum nächsten. Oh. Zack. Zum nächsten Lagerfeuer. Ist jetzt nicht so weit weg. Das müsste ja einfach nur hier bei diesem Fuzzi sein. Ja, ich habe aber nichts für dich. Ich würde jetzt an dieser Stelle sagen, danke, dass ihr dabei wart und ich bin froh, dass es weitergeht. Stray habe ich jetzt soweit durch. Meine Stimme hat sich auch gerade beruhigt, merke ich. Also meine Stimme, mein Husten. Und dann... Nerv mich nicht. Und dann sehen wir uns bald wieder. Bye, bye.
We're in control.